Hello everyone, sorry I wasn't on last night, I just was not feeling well, so no live stream video for you. So today, this morning, I'm not fully caffeinated yet, but I'm going to do this review for The Devil's Backbone. Also, in its Spanish, I'm gonna butcher this, and I'm so sorry, El Espinazo del Diablo is what it is in Spanish. I probably butchered that, and I'm very sorry. It was made in 2001, directed by Guillermo del Toro, my favorite director of all time. I will definitely do more of his movies on here, but I thought I'd start with The Devil's Backbone. The actors, Marissa Paredes, Federico Lupi, and Fernando, I'm not gonna pronounce this right, Tilf, I believe, who plays the young Carlos. And getting into the synopsis of the movie, it is set during the Spanish Civil War. Carlos, young Carlos, he's about 12, is dropped off at an orphanage because his father was a soldier in said Spanish Civil War, and he was killed, and they never mention a mother, so I'm assuming she's dead too. If they do mention her, I don't remember. Sorry. But Carlos is dropped off at an orphanage, which is out in the middle of nowhere. It was an old fort they're using, and there's a large undetonated bomb in the center of the orphanage, in the courtyard. It is deactivated. They say that at the beginning, but it's very ominous, and they do a lot of things kind of around it. But as the boy is settling in, he of course finds that a lot of the other boys are quite mean, steal his stuff, all that stuff, and then they start telling him ghost stories about a little boy who was murdered there. Well, some say he was murdered, some say he got away, some say he just disappeared, so we're not quite sure what happened to him. But they also say that there is his ghosts, or a ghost of a boy, is being seen a lot, and you'll hear him, and so creepy things start escalating. One of the other characters, Jaime, is he's such a jerk character. The guy who plays him does great. He kind of looks like Eli Roth. I forgot the actor's name. I didn't write it down. He does a great job just being a terrible person to these boys. And an explosion happens at the orphanage, and they have to pretty much protect themselves from Jaime and these other men who are coming in to try and steal the money of the orphanage, because they have money stashed away for a rainy day. So that's like the main non-spoily plot. It's hard to describe without spoiling some of it. So I'm not going to go into depth on it, but the ghost of the little boy is so good looking. Like, they did practical effect, and then they rendered some CGI over it to make it look like water, like his blood was still going up in the water. It's really, really quite fascinating. Del Toro has said that he got inspiration for the ghost from the original Japanese horrors of Ringu and Ju-on, which is The Ring and The Grudge, the Japanese versions of those. Del Toro has also stated that this is the older brother film to Pan's Labyrinth, also set during the same time, because this one came first and then Pan's Labyrinth came later, and they're both set about the same time and both have fantastical things that happen to them. As with Del Toro, this movie will tug at your heartstrings. There's a beautiful part where Federico Lupi, that actor, who's a phenomenal actor and has worked with Del Toro in, like, I want to say 6 other movies, including this one. I think he died recently, though, but he was a phenomenal actor. But he's reciting a poem to someone who's dying, and oh, the waterworks. It will tug at your heartstrings, as he does. So apparently Del Toro wrote to this in college, and it took 16 years to develop. No wonder it's so great. Like, he had so much time to work on it. And this is a minor spoily plot, but much like Crimson Peak, another Del Toro film, the ghosts are not the bad guys. The humans are. Which Del Toro does a lot. Like, the fantastical creatures usually aren't the bad guys. It's usually the people. And I think that comes down to a lot of what happened to Del Toro in his past. He has an interesting life. If you get the time to look it up, please do. It definitely shows a lot of why he is the way he is, and why he draws from such fantastical viewpoints. But yes, The Devil's Backbone is a phenomenal movie. I saw it after actually watching Pan's Labyrinth. I do own it. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere. Probably not. I think you can rent it on Amazon Prime. It's a gorgeous movie, though. The actors are phenomenal. You believe them. You believe this stuff is happening to them. I definitely give it a solid, like, I'd say a 9 out of 10, easily. Anything Del Toro does, though, I give high praises to. I'm a little biased, but I do love his work so much. So I do say, if you've never seen The Devil's Backbone, do find it. I bought my copy off of Amazon for like $15, so it kind of depends on you. If you want to rent it or find some way to stream it live, go for it. It's definitely worth it. It's not a very long movie, if I don't remember correctly. It's under 2 hours, so like most horror movies, but it is definitely an amazing film. The scares are subtle. They're not in your face. There's no use of jump scares, like traditional jump scares, which I love. And again, the story is beautiful. Cinematography is beautiful. There's not much to, like, dislike about this movie. Some might not like it because it's not, like, in-your-face scary, but it's beautiful. And I think everyone should see it. So, yeah, make your own opinion, of course. This is my opinion, not yours. As with upcoming Saturday, me and my friend are going to be doing a review for Cabin in the Woods this Saturday. So it will be 2 of us rambling back and forth at each other. So prepare for that. It'll probably be Saturday evening. And then afterwards, I'm going to do The Thing, the 1982 version, John Carpenter's version. You know, the far superior one. So definitely look out for that. That will be next Wednesday for that one. And then once I wrap up The Thing, or before I wrap up The Thing probably, I will have another list of the movies I'm going to review. If you have something you want me to review, message me or leave me a comment below. I like getting comments from people. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy. Okay, besides that, yeah, Devil's Backbone. Definitely give it a chance. You'll be surprised. Okay, and with that, I am out of here, and I hope you enjoyed this review.